give me stuff now. You know what I mean? Like now, do I run into this a lot? No, I don't actually. But when I do, it really pisses me off.
Sure. The
It's like,
the
you're like,
transactional nature of
dude,
intersexual dynamics. Yes.
why don't you fill up your cup? My cup's already full. You go
Right.
fill up your cup, and then we can just have fun as fucking equals. You want to be equal, right? That's what you want. When you talk about like the difference between like pickup guys and club promoters, like usually club promoters are very physically attractive in my experience.
Mm.
And usually they have a constant value they can offer you. And so the chick's like, oh, I get constant value out of this. Nice. I'll share with you something that
Sure.
I think this is my spiciest take. I'll share it with you since we're on your channel. Enjoy, buddy. I hope you don't get canceled. Um, I'm willing to have fun just for fun's sake.
Yeah.
I don't need you to pay me to have fun. Girls aren't, mostly. So that's prostitution. What do they need? I need to see you this number of times, or I need actual money, actual prostitution, or I need you to be exclusive. You can't have fun with anyone else. Or I need this government document. Now that I've got the government document, now we can have fun. That's just prostitution, man. If you need something above and beyond having fun to have fun with somebody else, you're a prostitute, and you shouldn't be proud of that shit. And I'm sorry that like 1,000 years of evolution and scarcity and not having contraception has caused you to think that being a prostitute is cool. It's actually not cool. What's cool is having fun for fun's sake and not putting a gun to somebody else's head and being like, oh, by the way, now that we've had fun, let me get you with the post facto, give me stuff now. You know what I mean? Like now, do I run into this a lot? No, I don't actually. But when I do, it really pisses me off.
Sure. The transactional nature of intersexual dynamics. Yes.
Why don't you fill up your cup? My cup's already full. You go fill up your cup, and then we can just have fun as fucking equals. You want to be equal, right? That's what you want. That's what you think you want. Fine. Then get what you think you want. And like fill up your fucking cup and just have fun for fun's sake. I hate when I meet, like, I've met so many people that could be wonderful if they stop sucking.
Right.
And you're like, sucking's like a choice. You don't have to suck. Like you can just have fun for fun's sake. This isn't like, so I just, it was a breakthrough to me to understand that like a lot of what I have been okay with people doing in public is really just straight up prostitution. And you guys should feel like girls should feel bad about it.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
But you guys are making the world a worse place. Everyone's going to have less fun when we all die, and we're all likely to, unfortunately. You're going to have orgasms per hour, and y'all motherfuckers are going to have a lot less, and so is everybody else, because you're making the shit suck, because you're running the scarcity mindset. Like, look, 100 years ago, you messed around with a guy, it's an 18-year problem. You got 18 years of problem. He might leave you in a ditch. He might not take care of you, might not feed you when you need it. Those times are gone. That's not happening anymore. So now you're just going to have less fun. They're going to have less fun. And it's like, I know you can't like I know that evolution is slower and it takes time. And like 100 years from now, we'll have people that were afraid of cars because cars kill people so often. But right now, nobody really cares.
That's cultural.
Like seatbelt, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
if you're proud of your low body count, you're what's wrong with the world. Congrats. Good job. I'm glad you have no variety in your life. Maybe you should try eating the same food every day. Like this, my head, I've run into every kind of like objection there is. I've run into all of them. And then just recently I run into these transactional ones. Or here's the best part. Girl likes me. Girl wants to hook up with me. Girl won't because she feels like she's screwing up. She has to withhold that to get more because, man, I don't want to mess this up.
Yeah.
And then I run into this thing where girls like me too much, and then we can't hook up because they raise their standards. Like I'm not gonna meet your standards. Like you're not gonna get the stuff you want out of me. That's not happening.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't work. But then with people they like less, no problem.
Yeah.
You're like, I didn't expect that. I didn't expect I'd have to get people to like me less, you know? And then like not respond to some text so they don't like you too much and then burn out. Like it's weird, man.
So female nature and male nature, by the way, is a function of 300,000 years of Homo sapien evolution, 3 million years of hominid evolution, and 178 million years of mammalian evolution. We're not going to change it. While I totally understand the whole, people get upset about hypergamy. The thing is, like, I've gotten to the point now where I understand this is the way the river is flowing, and I can either build a hydroelectric dam or try to swim up the opposite direction. So in this case, one of the things that I found is, like you said before, some of the objections happen because there's so much attraction and not enough comfort. And that was one of the things that I found that pre-selection really helped, is that I didn't have those objections when it was one of my extremely attractive female friends who was doing the introduction. The other thing that I found is when I talked to those girls that were impossible to find, the unbelievably hot playmates, one of the first things I always asked them is, when you met your boyfriend, what were the circumstances behind it? And the answer was never cold approach pickup in a fucking mall. It was always some person of value introduced me. Always. So that's why.
Yeah, but they've also never been to the mall, so it's like
right.
sampling
Of course,
error.
of course.
If they were ever there, we could try it.
Okay. So here's a couple of things that I found to pull them out of those places. There's a couple of events. So red carpet at the Maxim party, 100, like the super high. What's it called? Reconfirmation rate, about 80%. Bulgarian's house, whenever he would throw the Ignite parties, that's like 8. That was the highest. Nothing was higher than that. If a girl said she was going to that, 100, almost 80, 90% of the time she was going to that. Charity event, like influencer charity event, that's like 50, 60%. And then when we got into photo shoots, then it got lower and lower and lower. Bikini competitions were about 50%. And so I would graph these things out and I would see, okay, which one of these events actually got these people to come out? The other thing is, for some of them, you might have a girl who, like you said before, has a boyfriend. Has a boyfriend. That's a fluid term. They have someone who claims, every girl, Richard, I'm sure you know this, every girl, there is some guy who thinks he owns that. Every girl you've ever been with, she'll tell you she doesn't have a boyfriend. There's nobody there. There's some guy somewhere who thinks that's mine, even if they've never even slept together. Every one of them has, in case of emergency break glass, there's a dude back there for them, every single one of them. So that's why the whole boyfriend idea is a bit fluid. But in these situations,
I do much better with girls that claim to be single.
Okay, got it. Okay.
If they don't,
but that's why. But hold on,
that's why
that's why they're not claiming to be single, because it's the objection's already there. Does that make sense? Like, let's just say a girl says, I have a boyfriend. I have a boyfriend. I have a boyfriend. I have a boyfriend. George Clooney walks up. I'm single. Do you understand? Same girl. All of a sudden,
maybe
the objection goes away. Because I've seen this personally when I ask girls about this. It's like they're in Jamaica with me last week, and all of a sudden, none of them have fucking boyfriends. All of a sudden, none of them. I was like, I know you have a boyfriend. So it's one of these situations. By the way, men are just as bad. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like men aren't just as bad. But the situation is, it's
and bad at what?
As
lying about whether they have girlfriends or not?
Yeah, absolutely. You don't think so?
Actually, bro, it's been so long since I went out with dudes with girlfriends that, like, I don't even know how those people act anymore, to tell you the truth.
You know what? Hold on. Let's talk about this, because you actually brought up another point where you don't like to go out unless there's a bunch of girls with you. Do you remember saying this? I think it would Rolo's thing.
No, I usually don't go out with a bunch of girls with me, because they just like get in the way of my game. Like, it's
because you said something effective like women make the world better, and it's more fun to go do these things.
I'm a better person when I'm around women.
Okay.
I'm a better person when I'm being attractive. Like, I'm a better person. Like, if a girl likes me, it makes me feel so good. All this crap I do, like dressing like a clown and taking the 30 minutes to set up all this crap behind me and getting all this weird stuff in the first place. This is like a lot of money of stuff behind me. There's probably like $100,000 of stuff sitting behind me.
Yeah.
And I'm just on vacation. So, like, I'm doing this to want to be loved, and it fucking works. People like this shit. Well, okay. Like, when I just made a post on my Instagram where I look like a complete dumbass on purpose, hat turned sideways and shit. People eat it up. They love it. I'm like, all right, y'all got to keep rewarding me for that shit. That's what I'm going to keep doing. Right.
Yeah.
Maybe one day when or maybe they're bored of the 6-pack pictures. Who the fuck knows? Right. Whatever it is. So I found a niche. It works. I'll stick with it until I get bored with it, or find something better.
Yeah.
And it's like, so if I can get intimacy from a beautiful girl that I respect, she respects me, that's the best feeling. I was with a girl earlier today. Respects me for me. Knows me for me. There's been a lot of places with me. I like her a lot. And she knows I'm not, just with one girl. It's not fucking happening. And so, I feel better as a human being because I get that love and respect from her. And, there's other girls that if I'm near them, they treat me the same way, but they're spread out. So you're not always near them, Is this a Jay-Z song, Richard? Are you literally just singing "I've Got Hoes" in different area codes? Is that what you're doing? That's crazy. Very ballsy of you, white guy.
Ludicrous. Yeah. Ludicrous, for sure.
Was it ludicrous?
It was ludicrous.
Nice.